morality would go against the survival of the fittest. I think he spoke of this at some point. I don't know if it was in this lesson, maybe it was another one that I listened to, about the Marine. The hand grenade was thrown in the room. There were three Marines in there. It would have killed them all, but one Marine covered the grenade. Of course, lost his own life. I mean, survival of the fittest. What? He got to blew that out of the water. No pun intended. That sometimes morality means that you don't survive. Is the point that he's saying. So that's really not a good argument he would put to that. And he goes on to say that the existence of evil itself proves that there is a God. I forgot my watch, and I can't read the clock. So is it 10 till? 17 till? Okay, this is a good time then for us to do this. So on page 60 of the workbook, Arguments for God, we've seen the cosmological argument for God. That since God created space, time, matter, that tells us that there is something that exists outside of space, time, and matter. A God that is spaceless, timeless, immaterial, powerful in the sense that He created it, and personal. That's what the cosmological argument tells us about God. So, not our God, but that there is a God. The teleological argument that design demands a designer. The fact that design requires intelligence and it requires purpose, that tells us that there is a God that is extremely intelligent, and He is purposeful in what He does. And then, of course, since there is morality, since that morality has a purpose, and since it is personal, that tells us that there is a morally perfect, purposeful, and personal God. And that's kind of where he really concluded. And of course, on page 61, he gets a little bit more in the idea that I'm not necessarily arguing at this point about the God of the Bible, but there is a God. And that's where he goes. This morning, we're going to be looking at lesson 7. Are miracles possible? These are signs. Are they signs of God? Or are they, you're believing in them, signs of gullibility? And so we've pretty much already done the review of the conclusions that we've made. So let's go ahead and watch video 7. It should last 26 minutes. And we probably won't have time for any follow-up after that video, so we'll just let class dismiss at that point. And we will discuss lesson 7 next week. You have any questions? Anyone? Any other questions? Okay, let's go ahead and start lesson 7.